Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video I'll be playing in the Kampfpanzer 50-ton. This is one of my favorite tier 10 mediums in the game. It features mobility, damage per minute, it kind of has everything going for it, and it even has armor. Like, that's the crazy part. When you compare the KPZ to something like the 62A, or even the 121B, I think it's just elevated to a different level that the other tanks really can't compete with. Although I will say the 121B has adaptive concealment, which is quite nice. It's a very underrated special ability. But the Kampfpanzer, it just has DPM and special consumables, which give it even more DPM. I think basically you're going to out DPM just about any other medium. And even if you go up against a tank like a Leopard 1, because you have tungsten and adrenaline, you can technically even blow with the Leopard. I mean, you have a faster reload base, but you have the same, if not more, alpha when running tungsten. So you just kind of beat the Leopard too in a brawl. And because of that, this tank is just very, very dangerous for most players to go up against. So here we go. On Falls Creek, we have a Leopard 1, and that's it for mediums, but they do have a T95E6, which we'll have to be a little careful about. I don't know what I want to do with this legendary camo for the KPZ, because it causes my game to lag a lot. Like, obviously, normally I'm playing Blitz at 120 FPS, but when I'm using this camo, it's more like 100, and, you know, it's the equivalence of playing on 60 FPS and going to 40. Like, that's what it feels like. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. I don't know if I'm going to keep this camo on my tank or remove it, but it does look sick. I think we can all agree. This is one of the coolest, you know, styles. So we can see a lot of enemy tanks over there. I'm not going to play aggressive yet. I'm going to wait for that E6 to be spotted because the T95E6 is an incredibly dangerous tank, and it's mobile. So it wouldn't surprise me if a E6 decided to push up here and just ruin my fun. We do have a Yo, but again, I don't want to put myself in a position where I... Yep. Oh, that's the Leopard. Okay, well, we're going to put on my tungsten, and we're going to put on my adrenaline. We get shot by the Leopard, but... There you go. Second shell into the Leopard. You going to poke it again? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I knew it! I knew it. Look at that. We have the E6. But thankfully, our Yo did play over here with me, and because of that, I don't need to run away. So, we have the Leopard, or at least I thought we had the Leopard. What the heck? I knew the Leopard was going to be somewhere back there. I just don't know why the Leopard... Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's always some cringe tank destroyer in the most rattler spot. Bruh. God, do I hate tank destroyers. It's like no matter what I do, there's always a tank destroyer just waiting to ruin my fun. Now, the Yo just obliterated that Leopard, so good. Thank you, Mr. Yo. I appreciate it. God, I just... Like... Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna complain. I just can't tell you how much I hate going up against Rattler, you know, tank... Okay. 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 Well, at least we got that shell out. Not bad. Yo did get a pen into the E6, and, I mean, that means at this point we're doing fine. That Leopard's gonna move up, and that Leopard's going to regret this. Yeah. What did we think was gonna happen there? Like, did we think that was actually gonna be a good play? I really don't know, to be honest. Well, I'm doing fine, and now we have a 57 Heavy over here, which isn't really good, to be honest, because that means we're still in a disadvantage on the other side of the map, which we don't really want to be. I'm going to try and ignore what's going on over on this side and try and farm out these Heavies over here as much as I humanly can. Let's put on my tungsten and adrenaline. Here we go. There's one shell. Not able to get another out. That sucks. Yeah. We do have the Hovry over here at least, which obviously gets the clear into my teammate, which kind of sucks. There you go. Nice 350 into the Hovry. Let's reload again. Let's see if we can get another shell. Bonk. There you go. 281. Hovry shot. Aiming again. Okay. 296. Aiming again. I mean, at the end of the day, I do feature, you know... Oh, Hovry missed again. That's gotta suck for you, doesn't it? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get to the side of this Hovry, just like this. We're gonna get to his rear. And I'm gonna try and out-DPM the living daylights out of this player. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Yeah, how'd that play work out for you there, bro? Not very well, I can assume. Okay. Nice. Get a shell into the E6. Angle it so that he can't pen me. Okay, he does actually end up getting out the pen, but... Oh, okay. That's just more reasons why I love the E6 after they buff the hatch for no reason, because you literally just can't counter it. Isn't that funny, though, guys? Like, tell me what I did wrong there. I loaded gold, I'm running Kali, I shot that E6 hatch, literally dead center. Why is that tank allowed to do that? Why Wargaming? Why do we allow the E6 to get away with this? Like, it just... It's not the player. I'm not mad at the E6. I'm mad at Wargaming for buffing a tank which did not need a buff to a point where loading freaking gold shells into what's supposed to be a weak shot, hitting it the most beautifully dead center you've ever seen, and it just ping bounces right off. Obviously, I wasn't going to win that game. And that's not even what irritates me. What irritates me is the fact that Wargaming just cannot balance anything. Like, E6 is supposed to be balanced by its armor for the advantages of its mobility and DPM. And my guess is that Wargaming said, oh look, bad players are doing poorly in a tank that sacrifices armor for mobility. Let's buff it so now all bad players can do well in it. Like, what's the point of skill if every single tank that used to be skill-based, Wargaming just keeps buffing until the point that they're brain dead? I don't know. I know I'm ranting a little bit, but I cannot tell you how many games I've gone up against an E6. I've hit that hatch freaking dead center, and it just does not pen. That hatch should be a weak spot. It should not be a strong point. Legitimately, shooting at the turret cheeks is probably more reliable at this point than shooting at the hatch, which is kind of a joke. So, we're going to move up here. We have the Karo, and obviously the Karo is a big, dangerous tank. And what's funny is that I actually can't counter this Karo at all, because it has just so much more everything than me. But we do get a shell out, and I'm not going to use a repair kit, because Karo's backing up anyway. There you go. 390, that was a very nice roll. We have teammates here, so I'm not necessarily worried about that. And the Karo only has so many shells, which I'm trying to take advantage of. There you go. Nice shot into the Karo again. Pretty good stuff. There you go. Nice 400. 183 tried to ruin my game. But I knew that that 183 was there, so he wasn't able to get that shell out. And there you go. Karo's gone. I had to bleed about 800 health to take that player out. But I'm going to be entirely real. That's 100% worth. As I said, the Karo is one of the most rattler tanks in Tier 10. It features incredible levels of DPM for, you know, being an auto-reloader. It's really, really dangerous. So if I can put myself in a situation where that tank's not really a threat, then that's all I really need. So we have the Grill and the 57 Heavy who are going to try and push my teammate here. And... Is this 57 going to roll around this corner? If he does, this could really suck for me. Indeed he does. We get a nice tracking shell, though. And let's see. Unfortunate. There you go. Beautiful. That's exactly what I needed. Because guess what? Even if you shoot me, you're cooked now. Yep, bye-bye. Bye-bye. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Bye-bye. Alright, sweet. Of course I'm dead either way, because we have a boss shot Tion who's gonna YOLO me in just a moment here, which I really can't do anything about. Let's see. There you go. Nice pen once. And we reload, and nice pen twice. If I didn't have a dead driver, we'd probably be okay, but honestly, I don't think it really matters. This team fell apart. 268, like, what are we doing, bro? I'm interested to see how much damage we ended up doing at the end of this game, though. Obviously, the 268 dies to the 183. We did, honestly, as much as we could have. I mean, I actually played aggressive, got the Karo knocked out right in the beginning. I also bled my health to clear the enemy 57 Heavy. Like, it's not like I played passive in this game. I actively bled health to give my team clears, and yet our team still managed to do this bad. Like, that's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, we did 3,500 damage, which is a pretty solid result. In general, the Kampfpanzer 50 ton's a great tank, and you can see why. The DPM, the overall pushing potential it has, it allows this vehicle to just farm damage like no other. And unlike the Leopard, you don't have to worry about being penned with high explosive, and you actually have good ramming capabilities as well. So, I like this tank a lot. It's very, very fun to play. And unfortunately, the last two games we had there, just great teams, you know, great teams, but we did over 3,500 in both. Oh well. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.